Episode number 239. Ditch the Mustang, get a Camaro. Welcome to the Camaro Show.
A podcast about all things Camaro and GM Performance News.
I'm Chris Frezza.
And I'm Jason Debler.
We're your hosts for this week's episode of the Camaro Show. Want to be part of our show? It's easy.
Just leave a message on our voicemail hotline at 586-486-3182.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And welcome back, everyone, for another exciting episode of the Camaro Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Jason.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, man, it's been a crazy day, crazy week, and it's just gearing up for the craziness of the SEMA show in a couple of weeks.
It's our last show of October.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't believe that.
This is crazy already.
I can't believe how time flies. It just seems like yesterday I was born. Yeah, boy. No, seriously. Yeah, it's time's ticking. How's the weather up there these days?
Feeling more fallish. This week was more like 50s. We did touch 60 a couple times. But it's like in the 40s in the morning. It's crisp, you know. It's definitely feeling fallish.
Starting to feel like it should at the end of October.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's getting there. We're going to talk about, I just got an email just now. Jason, buckle up. The 2020 Camaro LT1 is here from Chevrolet.
Cool.
Can you handle the V8 power of the 2020 Camaro LT1? Is the subtitle. Did you get the same one?
Let's see. Let me open my email right now.
It just showed up in my inbox just now.
It's like they knew where we were recording. That's
right. Sponsored by Chevrolet Camaro. Available in early 2020 or whatever the hell.
They just blasted it out.
It should say, Chris, buckle up. The 2020 Camaro LT1 is here.
No.
It'd be really weird if they said, Jason, buckle up to your email. That'd be just weird.
Yeah. No, let me check my spam. I do have something in my spam. Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, the 2020 Camaro LT1 is here.
It's here. It's been here. I hope people are buying a shitload of them.
Anyway, we got some other things we got to talk about here. We're going to talk about SEMA later on in the episode if we got the time. But what we're going to talk about here, before we get into the guts of it, we got to give a very special personal shout out to a very, very good friend of ours and a very, very good friend of the entire Camaro community. And we met him at BBOMG 2 or 3?
Yep.
In Oshawa. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about none other than Mr. Mike Judge.
Mr. Mike Judge.
Just entered his retirement, a well-deserved retirement.
Wow. That's
crazy. A celebration because he was an integral part of making sure that the Camaros were delivered with the quality that Al and everybody set out to make. And he was kind of like the bookend. It started with Al and team and the engineers, and it ended with him and his team before it went out to delivery, if I understand things correctly.
And Mike was very, very good at fine details. I mean, it didn't go out if he saw a problem with it. And he could spot them from a mile away. He's like, oh, yeah. I bet you this car had this, and we fixed this. Mike posted that after 37 years of service with GM Canada, he said goodbye from his home away from home. Yep. His retirement began at 2 p.m. yesterday as he saw the very last Impala off the trim line. He said it was a hectic 10 months with the plant closure announcement, but he's ready to close that chapter. He will always have fond memories of his past and present workers, as well as the hundreds of fifth-gen owners he met over the last 10 years.
My God, man.
This is thanks to all of his supplier reps and contacts who he dealt with throughout the world. Best wishes and good health to all who have had the pleasure to work with. Signing off from the GM Oshawa Quality Reliability Group, and cheers.
Now he can spend every day drunk. I think the best part about Mike is that very few people can personify the true meaning of Camaro like he did. He was a friend to everybody who wanted to be a friend of his product. And he made no exception with us, man. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
but I still think about him often.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, he worked on the car, but he was a friend of ours. He's just a good guy, and he deserves this. Well deserved. Thank you for everything, Mr. Mike Judge.
Yep. Way to go, Mike. I'm gonna get back up to Oshawa and go buy him a beer.
Go buy a bunch of beers. What was that beer that I used to drink when I was up there?
Oh, that was
shit.
Oh.
Can't think of it. It's been years since I've had it too. I had some when I was working downtown Detroit. I had some friends that would bring it over to me. I can see the can.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't matter. It was good. It was good stuff. Good. I think it was a good session beer, but I'll remember it in the middle, about 3 a.m. I'll wake up and go, yeah.
Like, oh, I'll be like, oh yeah, Alexander Keith's beer. Yeah. Oh,
that's what it is. That's what it was.
This is like stuck in my head.
Thanks. Now I don't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, Alexander Keith's. All right. We got to get into the guts of this show, though. So, ditch the Mustang, ditch the Mustang. That's a neat one. Ditch the Mustang, get a Camaro. Chevrolet is getting a little, I would say just a tad ruthless.
You think?
A little crafty, maybe, about doing what I think they call as a conquest sale, converting an existing owner of a competitor's product into one of their products.
Yeah, every manufacturer does it. And apparently Chevrolet is trying to do it with Mustang owners. So, what do you know? Hey, you want to buy a Camaro and you own a Mustang? Well, at least you have to have owned a Mustang for the last 30 days, I think is what the fine print says. They're going to give you not $2,500, $3,000 now. That would be a nice down payment on an LT1 Camaro. What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Interesting. I think that if you take advantage of this offer, it's like a 1-2 punch. You're going to get out of a car that's, in our opinion, and then you're going to get into a car that's lightweight. Well, it's not a flat peg like it used to be.
No.
Lightweight, lighter weight, and just performance oriented for the budget. I don't want to say budget minded, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And get $3,000 off. Seems like a win-win-win.
Yeah. And if you don't have a Mustang, Chevrolet's still going to give you $1,000 for customer cash back this month for October, which ends Thursday. When's Halloween?
Yeah.
Thursday? I think so.
Yeah, Thursday. You're right, Thursday.
So,
no
Mustang owners.
You know what you could do. I'm just thinking, crazy.
Yeah.
Go to a junkyard and buy like $100 shell of a Mustang.
Well,
and then
you got to wait 30 days. It had to have, 30 days.
Oh man. There's got to be a way to work this deal.
Yeah.
Actually,
unless they extend it.
If you don't have a Mustang, go to your Chevrolet dealership, and when they say we'll give you $1,000, just say those words. There's got to be a way we can work this deal so I can get the $3,000. There's always a way. There's always a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. Kudos for Chevrolet for getting a little crafty and saying, "Hey, we're better, and we'll give you $3,000 to prove it."
Cool.
Yeah. Good job. That's pretty cool. Tell us if you've been in the market for Camaro, you can actually take advantage of this offer. We'd love to hear your story about that.
Yeah, we'd love to talk about it too. Okay.
GM's doing okay overall. I got to think. I mean, wait, is the strike over yet?
Well, the strike. They're voting on it, and I just saw headline news today that the Bowling Green Assembly Plant, where they make the Corvette, voted no. The entire plant, I think it was by 50-some%. They voted no on the UAW contract. So I don't know what that means in the overall scope of things. I'm not well versed in the union stuff. I don't know if it's overall UAW voting or do they go by plant? I don't think so, because everybody has to have the same collective bargaining agreement, correct? That's what I'm thinking.
That's the thing is I would never pretend to know how it works. It's a bummer, but we'll see what happens here.
And then that Corvette C8 is probably one of the hottest cars not produced yet.
Yeah,
that's got to put a dampener, don't you think, on when they're supposed to get that thing out? They've been working. They've been off work for 6 weeks.
Yep.
Longer.
Yep. Hopefully, still just trying to take a positive spin on this. Hopefully, they'll come together where everybody's happy and everybody feels good and everybody can get back to making cars and making money.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And it also means so I can get my fuel sending unit for my Corvette so I can freaking drive it because I haven't been able to.
Is there like no other dealers in the country that have one that your dealer can just like, hey, can you like FedEx it to me?
You know, I'm thinking about maybe driving up there tomorrow and just saying, what about aftermarket? Can I get reimbursed if I buy aftermarket? I don't even know if there is something that works. I don't know if the aftermarket makes one.
Right.
I'm sure they do somewhere, but
yeah.
Either way, my issue is just a little fragment of the overall issue. So I hope they get back to work together. So meanwhile, while General Motors is fighting it out with their unions, Tesla is just pretty much like cruising on by, and well, now they're the most valuable American automaker.
Can you believe that? After third quarter results, Tesla soared 17%, which they're now valued at a sky-high rate of $53 billion. That's B. A billion. 53 billion. Elon is doing good. His stock market value is now higher than General Motors, which is valued at 51 billion, making it the most valuable American automaker.
What's Ford worth?
I don't know. Guess you could Google it.
I don't
The
want
company's
to.
stock was trading at $299.68 a share when the markets closed today.
You know, Tesla. There's always been naysayers on Tesla.
Oh yeah.
You can't compete with the big dogs. You can't do this. It's failing. You got problems. Your car decides to speed out of control and careen into a car and a pole and a bunch of other people. But slow and steady, man.
This is how I describe Tesla. Tesla is a tech company that builds cars. That's what Tesla is.
An absolutely great way to look at it. Quicken Loans says they're a tech company that happens to serve mortgages.
Oh, okay.
And I know that from working there because that's true. They are a tech company.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right on the money. And that is where that is the mindset that you want to have if you want to survive in this world. You got to be a tech company that does something else, that solves a problem with technology.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they're doing. That Model 3 is very enticing, dude. That Model 3 is very enticing. I would love one of those all-wheel drive, the dual motor Model 3s.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun car. I mean, this is just push you back in the seat. And of course, I love the tech.
How's it compared to my Corvette? I always want to know.
How's it compared to your Corvette? I mean, your Corvette makes noise. This one doesn't.
No, I mean the put you in your seat thing.
It's very comparative, dude. I mean,
yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm holding my own then. That's all I want to know.
This car can embarrass a lot of cars. A lot of cars.
Oh yeah, I saw a blurb, like the headline. I didn't read the article, but I guess the Tesla Roadster, right? That there is gonna be in what's the ludicrous mode or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is supposed to be even more powerful than originally estimated.
My God.
Even more so.
My God.
The thing takes off like the Top Thrill dragster, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Literally at Cedar Point. That 0 to 1 switch, off or on, is going to be even more powerful.
Dang. This is nuts, man.
Is Elon Musk the Henry Ford of our generation?
I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far. Because
he's a little more Edison Einstein-y.
Yeah.
Edison-y.
Yeah, because Henry Ford was, to develop something that wasn't, it's the automobile. This he took the automobile and made it different. Made it different powered differently and stuff like that. But Tesla's gonna start selling cars in China. And when they start selling cars in China, dude, that's going to open up another whole huge market there. They started their first trial production this month in Shanghai.
Good. Let's take some of the world back from them.
Wow. So
yeah. Well, good for Tesla. You know what? What we always say, what competition? It's good. It's a good thing.
Very good. Very good.
What's GM got going on with electric cars these days?
Oh my goodness.
Stuff. But is it as polarizing as what? I mean, they're talking about the electric GMC truck, electric Hummer, which I saw headlines about that recently.
I was just gonna say, did you see that article this week?
Looks good. Doesn't look good. I just don't like Hummers. I don't like the stigma. But anyway, GM, kick it in high gear. You can do it. Merge, make everything great. Merge with Tesla. You know, Elon's an old buddy of mine. I should give him a call. Tell him to just sell.
Just sell.
just come on, man. Come on. What are you doing? You're hurting General Motors. Stop it. We're all buddies here. Come on, let's have a drink. It was a while ago. I was talking about when the 4th gen Camaro came about. It was the exact halfway point between now and the first Camaro that was ever made. And you shared this article with me on Yahoo, which again, I'm kind of surprised they're still around. Really, sorry to say, man. I don't think of Yahoo these days too much. I mean, I'm not being mean. I just don't. I hope. Drivers show this 1994 Camaro Z28 Survivor. 25-year-old Camaro has been enjoyed and well preserved. This car's for sale. Got it
with less than 90,000 miles, dude. If I still had my 95 Z28, I had 62,000 miles on it. Those are pretty hard miles, though.
Let's see here. Let's think about all the things that poor car has been through. Now, if they want to call a car a survivor, it's yours. What was the first thing that happened to it? Was it hitting the truckload of mops that fell off the back of a truck? Like, mops?
That did happen.
Or was it you? Didn't you hit a bunch of roadkill? No, that was after you got the supercharger on with the low-hanging intercooler, and you hit a bunch of roadkill that embedded itself into the intercooler. Or was it clay? Did you hit clay?
No, that was like dough or something that was on the road coming
dough
back.
On the road. Didn't you hit some roadkill too? Or was that somebody else?
No, that was in my 93 Z28.
Oh, okay. So you hit some roadkill that embedded itself somewhere.
And it wasn't really roadkill. They were still alive. Then they were roadkill after I hit it.
That's going to tie in very poorly with one of the things I wanted to talk about at the end of this show.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that out loud. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, she was coming back from Camaro Superfest. You decided to try to drive through a flood with an intercooler that hung down. I had to come and rescue you in my
I sucked the water right in.
My S10. I can't believe you didn't hydrolock that engine.
Nope.
I came and got you. I got you and I took you. Did I take you home that day?
No. You came and we let it dry out and we started back up and it ran no problem.
Okay. And then before all that happened, somebody broke into the shop that was working on your car. They drove a truck through the fence. They ripped the wheels off. They ripped the stereo out. Did they had a Krakow stereo, if I remember right?
No, it was better than that, dude. It was a Sony.
That was when Mikey vandalized your website.
Krakow, yeah. That was bad. Vandalized.
That was
95
tough.
Z28. Vandalized.
And then you had to fight your insurance company. And I think you were the first in the world to actually ever do something online to make a company actually. I was gonna say bend to your will, but that's not right. To do the right thing and work with you.
Yeah.
I still have that banner that I made for you. Violated.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So
this car went through hell.
I sold it 5 years ago?
And then it sat in your garage for I don't know 10 years.
Yeah, I mean I drove it once a year, and then there was a year I couldn't even start it anymore, so I didn't drive it, and then I sold it.
Tires were flat. Had those Enki wheels on it.
Enki V1s. Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the whip back then, man.
I had a rebuilt 355 LT1 in there with a D1 Pro charger. That thing was a beast though.
That thing was an animal. I remember driving it once, and
it was definitely
by today's standards, it not a big deal. But then,
oh yeah,
didn't you have like an experimental blower or intercooler or something like that?
The three-core intercooler, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. You were the first to have that.
Yeah.
Gosh. Now it's like 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah. Whatever.
I got that in my Hyundai.
Yeah.
Hyundai.
Yeah.
But I digest. Yahoo News, you can buy a 1994 Camaro Z28 with 90,000 miles. And it's at Rally Classic Car Auction. So what Started Us, Chris, is now considered a classic car.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see. We'll go to this list. Rally Classic.
Sometimes I think about buying my first Camaro back from Brent Franker.
Really?
Sometimes I think about it.
Oh my God! If you go to this list, if you click on their thing, then go to the Rally Classic.
Yeah.
The third car is a 1987 AMC Eagle.
Ooh.
That looks like it's in mint condition.
Wait, which link did you get to that? Did you hit auction or gallery?
I clicked on classic and collectible vehicles that will be crossing the auction block.
Oh, hold on a second here. Classic. I hit the wrong link. There we go. Okay, let's see what this is. Wow, 1968 Ambassador SST. 1959 AMC Metropolitan. Those things. There's a Pro Street one that used to run around Woodward. Look at that with the wood AMC Eagle with the wood grain trim. Wood paneling.
45,000 miles.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to drive it either. Oh, there's some. They got some good freaking cars, man. There's some good, cool stuff. Whoa, go scroll down. 1988 Chevrolet S10 Blazer Dale Earnhardt edition. It says mileage 0.
Wow.
Family. Oh, it's a Dale Earnhardt. It can't
S10
be right.
Blazer?
What's that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. The S10 Blazer. Let me click on it and see.
Oh God, it's got Dale Earnhardt. I want to see the odometer where it says 0 on it.
Well, do they got pictures of the interior? Oh.
I'm going through it.
Let's
They
see.
got pictures of the interior, all right. No, it's got 18,000 miles on it. Still, for a 1988 Blazer, God, I love that body style too.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
That red's a little gaudy, but...
Welcome to the 80s, dude.
Ooh, a 1994 Chevrolet Caprice.
We could make this episode last for 4 hours,
I
just
know.
going through cars and being nostalgic. Anyway, the point is, Chris, is that you brought up are people considering this now a collectible? Is the early 4th gen Camaro, or actually the 4th gen Camaros and Firebirds, in good, like near collectible condition, a collectible?
Wow, that's crazy.
It's weird, man.
It is.
You know what else is, what ties in with this great is when you go up steps now and your knees make little cracky sounds. Oh, man.
You know it.
You know what? Since we're talking about this, I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. We don't have any voicemails or emails, right?
Nope.
All right. Chris, hit them with how they can do that because we miss you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, want to be part of this show?
Well, we want to hear from you.
Just hit our digits at 586-486-3182, 24 hours a day.
Leave us a message, and we'll feature it in an upcoming show.
So what are you waiting for? Do it now.
It does work.
Yeah.
The phone number works. we are recording earlier in the week, so maybe just didn't catch people's voicemails.
That's all right.
It's fine.
This came in from Haggerty. I talk about Haggerty a lot. They don't sponsor this show, but you know what? When I go to SEMA, I'm going to talk to them about it because I talk about their stuff anyway. So why would they pay money to sponsor? Anyway, this came across, and since we're talking about nostalgia and being young and how times have passed and all that, first thing I miss, Saturday morning cartoons. Miss them.
Hong Kong Phooey. That was my jam right there. I'd get up early. Hong Kong Phooey. Saturday morning. Super Friends.
Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy, or something like that. It was, didn't the guy that voiced that character get completely axed at the Overlook Hotel by Jack Torrance?
Was that the dude?
That was the dude. That was
Wow.
Scatman Crothers that did the voice of Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah.
Did not know that.
I mean, what do you think, Doc? Think about Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah. So anyway, this article came from Haggerty. 7 car-themed cartoons that shaped young enthusiasts before cable TV. Now let's go down memory lane for us older folks. Anybody who was born when there was an iPhone, you can exit on your whatever. Now you can just whatever. The first one, Speed Racer. Now listen, everybody's got to know Speed Racer at one point or another. Of course. Have you ever watched a Speed Racer episode, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
I never have, but I'm
Really?
very familiar with it. Nope, just never did. I don't know why. The next one, Tom Slick, 1967.
That doesn't look familiar to me.
Well, it's because it was before both of our time, so it's definitely before most of our audience. Oblivious but altruistic race car driver whose name plays on the name for racing tires, Tom Slick, travels the world racing his car, the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper. What? And fighting the evil Baron Automatic. Get it? Automatic? Never heard of it. 1968, The Wacky Racers. I watched this with my sisters, but there were reruns, obviously.
This does look familiar.
Yeah. Decided nod towards the movie The Great Race, not to mention Tom Slick. 13 racers travel America participating in races of their wild race cars, and they were all crazy. Motor Mouse and Autocat, 1969. Motorbike loving Motor Mouse and is the unwelcome resident of the Spin Your Wheels garage, where the race car loving Auto tries and fails to win speed competitions against his rodent rival. Oh boy. 1969, Hot Wheels. Yeah, there's a cartoon based on the collectible. Show revolves around the adventures of Jack Rabbit Wheeler and his rear-engine wedge-shaped sports buggy called the Jack Rabbit Special, not to be confused with Jack Rabbit Slims. Wheeler and his friend's outfit was called Surprise Hot Wheels. Now, if any of our listeners don't know the next one, you're not allowed to listen to our show anymore. Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy
from 1973.
Didn't they do
Roger
one?
Dodger.
Didn't they do one that was like? I remember watching it. I think it was Saturday morning, where it was like it was live. It was a live action one. It wasn't a cartoon. Where they had this. They were driving this bug. It wasn't a bug, but it was a buggy.
Yeah, it was a buggy.
And it was like old, dilapidated buggy, and then something would happen. It would convert into this bright, shiny red thing, and it would.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But it was kind of like a dune buggy, speed buggy type of thing. Yeah. Gosh, I forgot about that.
Someone's got to know that. Tell us. Call in, email us, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Now in this article, there's videos to the intros of all these. So if you're familiar with these, they're going to bring back a lot of memories, especially Speed Buggy. That that sort of thing. My sister introduced me to this one, Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch.
Wow.
Do you remember that one?
I do not.
Yep, that's the last one. Much looking like a bad VW knockoff named Wheelie. The anthropomorphized car, wonder where that idea came from, and his car girlfriend, Rotary guy, Rotary.
Oh, maybe I do remember it.
Are pursued by the Chopper Bunch, who includes the motorcycles Chopper, Revs, Scrambles, and High Rise. I told you, clog your carburetor, come on, engines. If you watch the intros, it's like it'll come flooding back to you.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to Saturday morning cartoons, whatever happened to car cartoons, and since I'm talking about it, we got a minute or so left. Whatever happened to model car building? I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I was in Hobby Lobby. I saw a model car Camaro, ZL1, $27 for a model kit.
Yeah.
That's not glue. That's not paint. That's just a kit.
Wow.
I remember when I was a kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s, model car kit was $3 or $4. How can you get somebody into cars if they don't start with the model cars? Putting them together, building it from instructions and following that and learning. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
$28 for a freaking model? Come on.
I remember I started the ones where you just snapped them together.
Yeah, well, when you're a little kid, you start that.
Yeah.
But even if the snap together one, snap tight or snap together, monogram, Revell.
Yeah.
Today's day, how can you give it to a kid when it costs $25? Let's just say $25, nice round number. They can play 10 Facebook games with that money. I don't know. It just seems like maybe it's supply and demand. There's not enough demand, so the price goes up because they can't make them anymore.
That's a good possibility. I don't know.
I bet you I probably put together 100 model cars when I was a kid. Yeah. And I'd fail, and I'd buy another one and put it together, and I'd get it right, and put it on display, and then get bored with it and blow it up with firecrackers.
I still have a model car that I built in the 80s, and I have it sitting on top of my cube at work.
What is it?
It's a 1987 Buick GNX.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
built a Cyclone.
Oh,
Lindbergh
cool.
had 1/20th scales. And I built a Cyclone. I actually found pictures. I went to a library. This is before the internet. Went to a library and did research on back issues to get a picture of the engine bay so I could figure out how to put the wires, because I got some thin model hobby wires to do spark plug wires, and I got thin felt to carpet the interior, and to dream that one day I'd have a GMC Cyclone.
Yeah.
That's
neat.
I'm still looking for one, and I still might get one.
Really? Ooh.
My YouTube channel needs another project.
Typhoon.
I mean, after all, my YouTube channel is called Jason's Garage.
Typhoon.
I did see a typhoon about a year and a half ago that looked like weeds were growing around it. And so it was sitting in front of somebody's front yard, just a few miles from my house.
You should go up and offer him $100 for it.
Get the hell off my property! But it started with model cars. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It shouldn't cost a lot of money, and it didn't then, and I don't see why it should now. Last thing, it's not even car related, but I want to use this platform, and it's rare that I'll do this. The House has passed a bill that makes animal cruelty a federal felony, and I think it's about damn time.
Yeah,
it's called the PACT Act. PACT, P-A-C-T Act. Look it up. Please support this.
I just read about that this week. Yep.
I think it's about time. Me being a person who has rescued animals from abusive situations, I think this needs to happen. And it also includes roadkill with Camaros and all that, Chris.
Hey. It was dark. I couldn't see.
Yeah, well, I heard you swerved to hit him.
Yeah, I swerved all right because it was a whole family of possums.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I think I hit 4 of them.
Oh, that's all you're killing me here. Here's the thing, though. Possums are great to have around.
Yeah, they get rid of all the bad stuff.
Yeah, and they're impervious to rabies and everything. I love it when I see a possum in my backyard. So, yeah, I think this is a good thing. I think there's, you can judge a society by how they treat their animals, and that's a fact. So, this is a good thing. This is a good change for society, and I just think it's great.
Cool.
I love working on my car and let my dogs out and hang out and call them shop dogs and hang out with me.
Shop dogs.
So you know what? Have your pet spayed or neutered, go adopt a dog and all that junk. All right, I know we're out of time. Thank you for hearing me out on that. I know it's very unorthodox for me, but it's also very important to me personally.
That's cool. So what are we going to do next week? Next week is going to be the show before SEMA. So that's going to lead us into, hey, guys, if you're going to be in SEMA, make sure you go to the Facebook page and check out our event, because we're going to have a little meet and greet not next Wednesday.
We'll never get this right. We might be
6th.
late to our own event. Yeah, the 6th. So 2 weeks from, the day we record this. So Wednesday night, November 6th.
Yeah, at the, what is it?
MGM.
It's at MGM Grand. And it's
Quarter Muncher. The arcade joint that's there.
Level Up. It's called Level Up.
Yes, thank you.
It's like a barcade type deal.
Yep.
Hope everybody comes out there.
Yep. We'd love to see you. Love to hang out with you. Love to talk about cars and anything else.
Yeah. So let's get out of
All
here.
Right. Let's get out of here. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We hope you do this well. We'd love to see you at SEMA, but we'll also talk to you next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to The Camaro Show.
Don't forget, drop us a voicemail at 586-486-3182.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.